All right, selling into strength. So this is going to go against a lot of what other people believe in the markets. Now, we have a couple of studies that have to do with counter trend trading and how it's wildly more successful than trend trading. We have one of our secret shortcut trades that specifically shows that we make way more money, double, triple the times the money when we sell into strength and buy into weakness. So a lot of you are saying, well, Stephen, the concept of selling calls makes a lot of sense to me. It clearly outperforms what it's supposed to, especially when it comes to managing the trade at 50% of the credit received. So when should we be selling calls then? I want to add it to my repertoire, right? And I've seen that, hey, it works even in bull markets. So hell, like, it's definitely going to work in bear markets because we make money when stocks go down, but maybe stocks don't go as much as I thought, in which case this selling these calls is a profitable strategy. So the time to sell these calls is into strength. So when prices are going up, we actually want to be selling calls. So again, what is a short call? So it's selling a call outright, right? And we make money when prices are go down. We make money at expiration when the strike price of the call, in this case the 252 call, is out of the money at expiration. And at the same time, we make money if the price of volatility decreases over time because options will decrease with them too. And we're selling options, we make money if they do. So to find out, should we sell calls after markets are up or down? We did the following study, right? So for 14 and a half years plus, depending on when you're watching this video, every single Monday we sold the 16 delta call, right? And again, how do you sell a 16 delta call? You find the 16 delta and you sell it. This gives us an 84% chance of money. This is also the expected move to the upside in a stock for a given expiration cycle, right? So that's what we did, right? And we did this in the monthly expiration cycle closest to 50 days from expiring. And on top of that, we've managed it at 50% of max profit. We know that that makes us far more profitable than we were before. So again, doing this out of the box, you're supposed to be right about 84% of the time, right? So we did two things here. First is we made note if the market was up the week before, and we made note if the market was down. That's it, right? So again, the market would say the trend is your friend. If stocks are going higher, buy because stay with the trend, right? Or if stocks are going down, sell because that's what the trend is, right? So based off of conventional wisdom, we should see that it is worse to sell calls after stocks are up, and we should be selling calls when stocks are down, right? And the only reason I'm saying that is just because, well, I'm sure most of you are saying that's bullshit and that's wrong, but the truth is, like, conventional wisdom is the trend is your friend. If stocks are going down, you should sell calls because we want to stay with the trend. So again, remember, we sold the one standard deviation, 16 delta calls once a week, right? The Monday, I was going to say the first day of every week. Yeah, the first trading day of every single week for a 14 and a half plus year period, 2003 to present, right? That's what we did. And again, if the market was up the week before, we put it in one category. If it was down the week before, we put it in another category. Here are the results. So when the market was up the week before, we averaged about 79 cents in credit, right? We were right about 96% of the time for an average P&L of 60 cents a day, and we averaged in the trade about 20 cents. However, when we sold calls after the market was down, we collected more money, right? We collected 91 cents. Now, why might we be collecting 91 cents for the same 16 delta call? The reason is because when markets fall, volatility increases, thus the price of options increase. Right? We were only right 84%, 83% of the time, which is worse than the expectation of being right 84% of the time. We averaged a loss of 36 cents per day. So when are the best times to sell calls? After markets are going up. Why is that the case? Well, a lot of people don't have an understanding as much as I do, and a lot of our market heroes know this for sure because I've talked to a lot of them, and a lot of my clients and students feel the same way. Markets are very cyclical. We all hear about stocks like Amazon, Facebook, Netflix that just go straight up, but the overall market itself is very cyclical. It ebbs and flows. It doesn't just go straight up. While the market might go up 10% in a year, it doesn't do that overnight. It goes up a couple percentage points, it goes down, it ebbs and flows. Markets have a lot of cyclicality that people don't really understand and don't really get. You know, after markets are up, they kind of, they're cyclical. There's something called mean reversion that happens. So again, looking at this study, when is the best time to sell calls? Into strength after markets are up. It gives us a huge edge. Not only selling calls when markets are down is a losing strategy, but it underperforms the success rate of what a 1 standard deviation 16 delta call is supposed to do. So again, after markets are up for a week, you have a 96% chance of being right selling a 1 standard deviation call if you manage it at 50% of its profitability. Go ahead and do that. I'll see you on the next video.